So where I live, there is this opportunity for the people to put their books here and also to get them and take them with home. So I'm gonna take that one with me, just because I'm kind of into reading this series. But otherwise, it's just bad books, and we're gonna look at them so that you get an insight of what people actually are reading up here, or at least what kind of books they don't want to have anymore. So there is a kind of Jean Bagnol, Commissaire Marzahn, and the heirs of the Marquis. It's a thriller, something not worth reading, as well as this thriller. And there is a children's thing, Broken Dreams, doesn't look intriguing to me. It's not a classic. Amy Tan, Daughter of the Skies. It's a novel. It's probably one of these women's books because it says Women Today here. Well, it's about the Second World War, two women fleeing from somewhere, death in the chemist's house by Wolf Serno. It's a historic criminal history story, not interesting to read at all. Douglas Preston Codex, a thriller. You shall not read thrillers, it's a time waste. This one is kind of historical, sort of interesting, but I looked through it months ago and it's boring as well. This one is a novel, and it's a New York Times bestseller I have never heard of and I wouldn't read, because the things that get sort of advertised usually lead you into some kind of brainwashing that you don't want to be subjected to. And then there is a book, To My Beloved and Brave Wife. Doesn't look intriguing to me. We all come from the seas, it says. Children's book we don't need. John Grisham is very bad. You shall not read John Grisham. And all these criminal best-selling books you shall not read, because when they are a bestseller, they are a time waste as well. Then La Pierre, never heard of that one. City of the Joy. Could be something, but doesn't look good. There's millions books and limited lifetime. Well, Emily Bronte is a good book. That one I will consider because it's a classic. Gustav something, Words in My Hand, no thanks. And this is about magical stuffs you should not read as well, because it's the same time waste like thrillers. The Pirate, no, I don't need no soft porn. There is a woman's book that looks bad. Alone Against the Fear. It's a psycho thriller, no thanks. Then there is some kind of Sanders. People, Not Again. I've never heard of that one. Well, it's about a wedding, boring. This one looks bad as well, because it's about some kind of financial stuff. Agatha Christie is a time waste, like every thriller. Then this Jungle Book is a time waste as well. This old style book is kind of old-fashioned and a time waste nowadays. There is another thriller which is a time waste. Dashiell Hammett. It looks like a thriller as well. Well, this could be a good book. Like, you know, from like looking at it. Gaudi, I've never heard of her. So what does it say? It's really a book about the elephants, and it's a good written book, it says, like the elephant's function. Henning Mankell I have heard of, but I wouldn't read any of the books that get advertised in the television. They used to talk about, well, go to Jerusalem instead of looking at the book about it. They have a TV series in the Swiss television talking about books, and when they go about Henning Mankell, then, oh, thanks, no. Boring, looks boring and like a time waste, this one as well. Because that one looks like a mystery, which is a time waste always. And to search for God is a time waste as well. This is a good, publisher. So if you have a publisher that you know that is always doing funny books, then you can expect some more funny books whenever you see another one by that publisher. But this one now was kind of serious. So it's another thriller here, thanks no. Children's book. This one looks very like time waste. This one looks like one of these books that you can buy at the tobacco stores and at train stations as well. So there is the Russian album, which looks kind of like a time waste as well. This one is for children, and it's this kind of association that deals with children, so I'll take that one and look at it at home with you. Then we have sort of this Reader's Digest is always a time waste, I can tell you. Well, this one was kind of good. He was in the jungle, Albert Schweitzer. But, yeah, kind of a scientist, something. So, Peter Hertling, children's author, kind of okay. This one looks good. When a book looks interesting like this, kind of breaking with the rules of how to do title and subtitle and name of author and name of publisher, then you can kind of, guess that it's sort of, yeah, maybe something. And it's not a cheap book also. Like a book like this I would never read. The Story of My Family it is called. Oh, thanks. Then read Buddenbrooks by Thomas Mann. So then there we have some more Chinese book about whatever. And then what else? Some children's book that I would never buy for my kid because it looks like, what? These two. There is a culture war going on in this book, I can tell. So this one, Sleeping Dogs Should Not Be Awakened. Well, there's a Scottish author that has got a lot of good reviews. Maybe that one would be nice, but it's a novel, so I'm not going to waste my time into novels anymore in my life. I want to read about science. So that's why I'm not taking that one with me to show you in a review. And else, okay. Well, this is about the Glamour Kunstverein. This one is bullshit and total time waste. So we take this one with to look at. Then this by Emily Bronte. And this one about the elephants we'll look at together in a review. And otherwise we say goodbye to these time waste books.